I know a lot of girls gonna hate me for saying this, but for the ones that don't want to have kids, what is your plan for when you get older? I'm not judging you. Hey, do you, boo? But seriously, like, what is your plan for when you get older? If, like, when you get older, your kids are usually the ones to take care of you or make sure you have a good retirement home, make sure no one's, kicking you behind the door or anything at the retirement home if that's where you choose to go. But what's your plan? Like, I'm realizing more than often than not, women are not wanting to have kids for their own reasons. Some can't, some don't want to end up as single mothers, some just like, yeah, no, it's just not happening. But like, what's y'all plan? I ain't judging. I just want to know, like, seriously, from one person to another, like, what's the plan?
Having kids as a retirement plan is a bad idea. Many people believe that having children guarantees support in old age. In some cultures, it's even expected that children will take care of their aging parents. But however, having kids as a retirement plan is not only risky, but also unfair to both the parents and the children. Children are not supposed to be your investment. Bringing a child into this world should be about love, care, desire to nurture, not about securing financial or emotional support in later years. Children are individuals with their own lives, dreams, and struggles. Expecting them to serve as a personal safety net place is unfair and a burden to them.
But for the ones that don't want to have kids, what is your plan for when you get older?
This is an excellent question. As a child-free person by choice, I am happy to answer. So for me, it's a two-part. I do own my own home. So first thing is to, between the age of 65 to 75, hire a living nurse or get long-term medical care in a nursing home, whichever is applicable at the time. And so my retirement savings and insurance is geared towards that. I've also spoken to family and friends, given that they're still alive, given that they have the capacity, they know what is going on as well. So I don't plan my future in isolation of the people that I love, and I know that will be there. Even if I do have a life partner or possibly a spouse, as much as marriage is not at the top of my list, it's something that I am open to considering. I always put it that way. This conversation will be had with that person as well, but I don't look to others to fund my future or my senior citizen life. So it's something I think about, but I think everyone should think about it irrespective of having children or not.
You get older.
So I wanted to answer this question as someone who is child-free and as somebody who works in healthcare. First of all, children are not a retirement plan. Recently, I've had some developmentally disabled patients, and if they're not capable of making their own medical decisions, what kind of care do you think they're giving their parents? None. They don't have the capacity to. I've had other patients that are in active addiction. Once again, they are not able to make choices for their parents if they had a medical crisis. More commonly, the kids live out of state, and they're not super available. Estrangement, also very common. Do you know how many people I sent home on a taxi voucher because they don't have anybody in their life to give them a ride? There's also children who predeceased their parents. What I'm seeing a lot are spouses and siblings advocating for the patient. And crazily enough, I had this patient who was 70, and the mom calls to chicken on him. And I'm just sitting there trying to do the math. I'm like, your kid is 70? How old is the mom? Now, if you don't believe me, and that's fine, I would encourage you to talk to other healthcare workers, more on the long-term care side of things. Now, as a child-free person who's taking care of me, the same people that are taking care of you in the nursing home, my personal plan is to get long-term care insurance. The last time I tried, I was in my late 20s, and they told me I was too young. And that was just one broker that I spoke to.
Get older.
Well, I'll give you an example. My egg donor had 3 children. I'm the oldest, and I had no contact with her. I don't talk to her at all. Not even a little bit. Apparently, my sisters have got no contact, but I'm kind of low contact with my youngest sister. Or I don't have any contact with my youngest sister. But apparently, they're both no contact with my egg donor as well. In fact, my aunt, my egg donor sister, had my niece call my sister to let her know that my egg donor had a major surgery. And then my sister called me to let me know. And I didn't give a fuck. I didn't ask if she was okay. I didn't call her to see if she was okay. I didn't write a letter to see if she was okay because I don't give a fuck. So if I have children, there's no guarantee that they're going to take care of me when I get older. And I wouldn't want to put the burden on my children to have to take care of me when I get older. So what are my plans when I get old? Live, travel, and die. Like, hopefully I'll have friends who, I get to hang out with in my old age, or hopefully my husband, lives with me to old age. But I'm just going to live my life and then die. What else is there?
Have a good retirement home.
I have kids, so I'm going to put that out there. But I will say, it's not your kid's job to plan for your old age. Just because you have kids, it does not mean they're going to take care of you in your old age. Having kids does not mean they're going to keep you safe in your old age. Look at all these true crime things where people have been unalived by their own children. That's not a guarantee. If you want to have kids, have them. If you don't, you don't. But do not have kids thinking it is a guarantee they're going to make sure you're okay in your old age, because that's not true.
What is your plan for when you get older?
In this time and age, people are still getting children for the wrong reasons. Like, you want them to look after you when you get older. What if they die? They could pass on. No one knows the future. Like, for instance, my dad and the sister, they passed on, and their parents are still there. What if they didn't have other children to look after them? What could have happened? You don't get children so that they can look after you when you're old. You get them because you're ready financially, you're ready emotionally, and you want to. No one is forcing you, and it's not a mistake. You do it because you want to, and not because you want them to look after you when you're old. What if they don't? What if they end up hating you because of your bad habits when raising them, because you didn't love them at first, and they won't take care of you when you're old? What if that happens? You do it because you want to.
Times have changed. Unlike the past, when large families ensured that some of the children would take care of aging parents, today's world is different. Economic struggle is changing the family dynamics, and global migration. Many children move away. They start their own families and may not be able to provide direct support to their parents at old age. While some children may be devoted to their parents, many will not. Some become distant due to maybe personal struggles, busy careers, or even unresolved family conflicts. It happens. Others may simply lack the financial stability to want to support you. Unfortunately, some elderly parents find themselves alone despite having multiple children. So having so many children is not a guarantee. So parents, when raising children with the expectation that they are going to pay you back in old age, this can create an unhealthy dynamics. The child may feel guilty, pressured, or resentment rather than a natural desire to want to care for their parents. This can also lead to strained relationship or complete abandonment. Okay, so we need to put our priorities straight. We need to know what's really important. We need to know what we want to do. Don't just rely on your children that, oh, they're gonna take care of me. Besides, I'm their mom. I did this for them. And do not. The worst part of it is when you want to blackmail them with their emotions. Like, oh, I'm your mom. I took care of you when you were a kid. I did this for you. You went to college. You went to the university. I paid your debt. I did this. No, they didn't force you to bring them into the world. They did not ask you to bring them here. So you bringing them here means you're ready to nurture them with love. You're ready to make sacrifice for them with love. Okay, then if they chose maybe to take care of you when you're old and when you can't do some certain things yourself, it's a plus. But if they don't, then it's life. Life goes on. I think we parents, or majorly African parents, need to start erasing these thoughts, need to start changing things, because let's say in the next 5 years, many people would not even want to take care of their parents, because everyone is traveling, moving abroad. and maybe they don't even have the chance to want to come down to, or go down to Africa, or go down to wherever their parents is at that time to take care of them. So rather than relying on your children, you should plan for their own retirement through savings, investments, and social security options. This can allow them to like age with dignity, and independence, rather than feeling disappointment or disappointed if their children are unable or willing to like provide them with support. Here's my final take, right? Having children should never be about securing future care. Instead of treating kids as a retirement plan, right? Parents should raise them with love and prepare them for old age without expectations. Children deserve to live their lives freely, and parents deserve a stable and well-planned future. The one that doesn't depend on the others. So, thanks for watching again. See you again in my next video. Bye.